Hey guys, Nekrage here from the Oran'Thul. This time I'm doing a video for Conjury, which is going to be known as Witchcraft in the US and EU release. Conjury is a crowd control tree. Like, pretty much everything in the tree is for crowd control. And it'll lock the enemies down with roots, stuns, fears, that kind of stuff. So, okay. First ability is Poop Hand. It's actually called Mud Hand, but there's a cat, but it's called Poop Hand in this one because I said so. So, okay, Mud Hand. You cast it, and it roots the target. They can't actually move now. But when the effect ends, they take some damage. Boom. You'll see them take damage. If you do any damage, the effect will break early. I will show you. It'll break instantly when you don't miss, but okay. When you do any damage, the effect will break. Second ability is called Broken Spirit. It inflicts a debuff called Crushing Mind, which steals the enemy's mana and gives it to you. So, it does some magic damage, and then gives you some of their mana. Works well with Poop Hands, because there's actually a combo with it. If the target is afflicted by it, you restore health, based off the 41% of the damage that Poop Hand does. So, the third ability in Conjury is called Bubble. Bubble will pretty much lift the target up in the air for 8 seconds and leave them unable to do anything. This works very well with the magic tree, because if there's an ability called Lightning Anger, which lasts for which is a 4-second cast, which is really long in PvP. It's not easy to get off if you're playing with a good player who's going to interrupt you. But with that bubble, you can throw someone up in the air and then get a free Lightning Anger and almost one-shot them. So it's pretty OP. The fourth ability is known as Whisper of Fear. It just lets you fear an enemy, and they'll run around. Any damage you do, though, will break it. This cat. Fifth ability is known as Cleanse. It'll remove a positive effect from the enemy, or remove a negative effect from an ally. I know it states that you have to remove a negative effect to get the magic defense boost buff, but that's not true. If you cast it on myself, I didn't remove anything, but I got a buff that reduces the amount of damage I take from spells by 25%. That's not really true either, because it increases your spell resistance by 25%. So when I take it off, you'll see it go down. So it's really only 5%. It's still good, though. It'll increase your resistance. Not bad, though. And you can put that on your allies, so you can kind of like cycle it. It's got a cooldown, but it lasts for 3 minutes, the buff, and the cooldown is 30 seconds. So you can have it on a couple people and keep cycling it. Sixth ability is Feign Death, which is pretty friggin' useless. But when you Feign Death, you regenerate 1% of your mana and health every second. Pretty damn useless in PvP, because everyone knows. The sixth ability is Wake Up. You wake up your ally or yourself, and it will remove fears, sleeps, and you'll be immune to it for 1 minute, and so will your ally if you cast it on them. Boom. So I got a 1 minute immunity to sleep and fear, which is very good, because you can just cast that on yourself before it even happens, and there you go. Now you're immune to it before you even go into battle, and you can throw that on a few allies, so there you go. Good stuff. Let's get back in this duel, and I will show you... Shut up, cat. I will show you some other abilities. After a delay of 3 seconds, target falls asleep. I gotta get a little closer. Boom. 3 seconds, target will sleep. There you go. It's asleep. More crowd control. This one is an AoE. Anyone within 5 meters will be feared, and at the end of the fear, they will be stunned. Feared the mount and her, and now they will be stunned, both of them. So there you go. Next one is a magical damage, instant cast, short range though. Will do magic damage and stun the target instantly. Very nice. When the stun breaks though, it also does additional damage. So, instant damage, then additional damage when the stun breaks. Last ability is a Tsunami, which is really good. It's a pretty nice amount of damage. It's AoE and it pushes back enemies a bit. Again, this works very well with the magic tree, because if the lightning storm debuff is on the enemy, it does a lot more damage. So, Tsunami does some damage and pushes them back a decent range. You can throw people off cliffs and stuff with that as well. On to the passives. Reduces the cooldown of all conjuring skills by 6%. That's self-explanatory. Next one, increases your magical resist even more by 15%. Self-explanatory. But with that 15% buff and the cleanse, 25%, it gets you up there. It makes you pretty tanky. Forgotten Pain. If you are critically hit by a melee or range attack, the next damage you take will be reduced by 30%. That's kind of worded weird. It's not the next damage you take, it's all damage you take in the next 3 seconds is reduced by 30%. Next ability is 3% of damage you deal is returned to you as mana. If you're having mana problems, there's your answer right there. So, there you go. Next one is all your fear, sleeps, and stun is increased by 20%, the duration. That's a must-have if you're going to be taking Conjury, because everything is that. You get a lot of fears and a lot of stuns like that. But, yeah, that's the end of the Conjury tree. It's obviously not like your main tree, because you, can't do any real damage with it. It's got a little damage here and there, but it's not major. But it's a very, very, very good supporting tree to, other trees. So, there you go. Thanks for watching. Hopefully these videos are, informative. If you're looking for a real hardcore guild that gets shit done, please check us out. We'll have our link in the annotation, and I'll have it in the description. We welcome hardcore and casual players alike, doesn't matter. So, thanks for watching, and please subscribe.